بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. Welcome my brothers in Islam to lesson 253 of Arabiyyah to Bayna Yadayk, book 1, part 1 of the new version. We stopped at page 228 المفردات المساندة. وقفنا عند صفحة 228 عند المفردات المساندة عند كلمة قدر. We stopped at the word قدر. ما معنى قدر؟ قدر is a pot. It's one of those very important words that you have to learn, especially if you want to live in an Arabic country. قدر is very famous. So قدر is a pot. It can be from different material. سواء كان من طين. سواء means whether it's from clay. طين is clay. إذن سواء whether it's from كان was, but in this context it's present tense. سواء كان من طين, whether it's from clay. أو نحاس, نحاس is copper. أو حديد, or iron. We have Surah Al-Hadidi, very important. حديد, iron. أو aluminium. That's a new Arabic word. It has been merged into the Arabic language. And the way to write aluminium is two ways. Aluminium, عفوا, I have some difficulties in pronouncing it. But there is some leniency, there's some type of leniency when it comes to this, because it's actually not an Arabic word at all. So it has been merged. So why is it not an Arabic word? Because it has been discovered, this material, in one of the countries, for example, and those people that have discovered it, they have named it aluminium. So we, we in the Arabic language have just merged this word into the Arabic. We've tried our best to write it down in Arabic. So that's why I have some differences in writing. It depends on how you think it should be written. So aluminium, and also we have aluminium. And this reminds me, maybe 2 days ago, a brother from Canada, a Pakistani brother from Canada, he wanted to make hijrah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to a Muslim country. And I told him, or he told me he wants to become maybe a carpenter, najjarun. I told him it's better for you to be a najjaru aluminium. So it's a carpentry of aluminium, a carpenter of aluminium, because as I can see around me and where I live, the people have started to change working with wood. This is a new model now. So for example, cupboards are now made of aluminium. Water has no influence upon aluminium. Aluminium stays like it is if it's a good quality aluminium. So you have now these windows, frames, they're from aluminium. We have doors from aluminium. People are leaving wood, not totally, but in some furnitures, like cupboards, like kitchen drawers, it's aluminium. Yes, the old houses, they have wood. So I told him, try to learn how to become a carpenter of aluminium. You have many shops now in this city that have opened their aluminium carpentry shops. طيب, that's not the topic of today. Also we have aluminium. Aluminium. That's another way. طيب, why is the word قدر so important? Because قدور لماذا نهتم بهذا الاسم? Why do we take so much care about this word قدر؟ لأن الجمع, because the plural form قدور موجود في القرآن الكريم. انظر الجمع, look to the plural في سورة سبأ, in the سورة سبأ الآية الثالثة عشرة, in the 13th آية الآية الثالثة عشرة, we have the plural form. Then this is the word قدر. So when you say قدر, we have, it's just like umbrella for all types of pots or pans, whether it's deep or normal pots, soup pots even, and even some other pots, as you can see on the screen. It goes all under قدر. Even the old types that are hanged above the open fire. طيب, remark. As for a wok or a grill pan or fry pan, these three, especially for those who want to go a bit deeper into this topic, then that's called a miqlatun. Miqlatun is a pan, a fryer pan, the one you, for example, you bake your eggs on it, etc. So miqlatun, or you bake what is it called? I know the Dutch word, it's called pannenkoek, very nice, and in French it's called crepe, very nice. طيب, miqlatun, especially with some honey in it, Allahumma barik, is very good. Some put chocolate paste in it, also very nice, with some butter. إذا مقلاة جمعه مقال. مقلاة جمعه مقال, fryer pans or woks. For those, نعم. طيب. Anyway, مقلاة is linked to the word قلا يقلي, is to fry something. بيض مقلي, fried eggs. أرز مقلي, fried rice. والمقلاة لها علاقة بالفعل قلا. يعني the word مقلاة has a relation with the verb قلا, قليت. That's the I form past tense. قلا, he form past tense. قلا خالد بيضة. Khalid fried a egg. قليت السمكة, I fried the fish. مفرد. يقلي, من يقلي البطاطس? Who is frying the chips? They call it chips in the UK. In the US they say fries. يقلي اقلي, fry, هذا فعل أمر. والمصدر قليا or قلي, frying. أنا أحب الطعام, أنا أحب القلي, I like frying. But فهو قال, قال is the one who's frying. من القالي, who's the fryer? When you add the L, you add the Ya at the end. It's always with those nouns with two kasra at the end. القالي, من القالي, who's the fryer? والمفعول مقلي, and this is the very important اسم مفعول, مقلي. بيض مقلي, fried eggs. أرز مقلي, fried rice. طيب, البعض يحب الطعام المقلي والبعض لا يحب الطعام المقلي. Some like fried food and some don't like fried food. البعض يحب الطعام المسلوق with a sin and a qaf at the end. What's boiled food. بطاطس or بطاطس مسلوقة cooked boiled potatoes or بيض مسلوق is boiled eggs. طيب نذهب إلى الكلمة التالية the next word and that is كأس. كأس كأس همزة ساكنة في وسط الكلمة with همزة with السكون in the middle of the word. كأس. والجمع كؤوس بواوين with two waws. الأولى عليها همزة. The first one has a hamza on it. كؤوس is a cup. Okay, كأس is a cup. هناك كؤوس بلاستيكية there are plastic cups وكؤوس من زجاج وكؤوس من زجاج and cups from glass or made of from glass. مصنوعة من الزجاج made of glass. إذن كأس is a cup or a glass. وهي كلمة مؤنثة. The word كأس is a feminine word. Where is the ta marbuta? No ta marbuta, but it's a feminine word. نعم. يعني اسم سورة الطور كأسا لا لغو فيها. The feminine pronoun goes back to كأس. Okay. كأس كان مزاجها كافورا. Its mizaj of that كأس is kafur. You can go back to Surah Al-Insan. So here, if كأس was masculine, it will be كان مزاجه, the masculine it, but it's ha, the feminine it. Okay. نعم. طيب. إذن هي كلمة مؤنثة. And another thing, my brothers in Islam, in the English language we say, for example, it's not enough just to know the word cup or glass. You have to put that in practice. التطبيق. نحتاج إلى التطبيق. We need practice. Okay. So in English you say, I want a cup of juice. I want a cup of water. A glass of water. So how do we practice this in the Arabic language? يعني we know what كأس means. لكن كيف نطبق هذه الكلمة في جملة مفيدة? How do we practice this word in a suitable sentence, in a beneficial sentence? نقول, we say, أريد كأسا من ماء. I want a cup of or a glass of water. So كأسا من, so we use من. أريد كأسا من شاي. I want a cup of tea. Or we going to use it as a مضاف إليه situation. How do we use this word كأس in a مضاف إليه situation? We say أريد كأس ماء. So after أريد, as you know, we have the what question, so we have an object. An object مفعول به gets فتحة. That's why أريد كأسا من. But now we're going to make it مضاف, so we drop one of the two فتحة. أريد كأس ماء. So the word after كأس is always كسرة. أريد كأس عصير. I want a cup of, you see the of is مضاف إليه. I want a cup of juice. لو سمحت, please don't forget the لو سمحت. أريد كأس ماء لو سمحت. طيب. والطريقة الأولى أشهر. And the first way, طريقة is a way, is more famous. والله أعلم. كلاهما صحيح, both are, or كلتاهما صحيح, both ways are correct. والله أعلم, and Allah knows best. إذن that was the word كأس. بعد ذلك كوب. كوب كلمة مذكرة. It's a masculine word. It has no ta marbota, so it goes back to the normal rule. كوب. والجمع أكواب. أكواب. Those of you who memorized a part or a big part of the Quran, they know أكواب. وقد ورد هذا الجمع, and indeed this plural is mentioned في القرآن الكريم, in the noble Quran, 4 مرات, 4 times. أكواب, the plural. منها, from them, مرة في سورة الغاشية, 1 time in Surah Al-Ghashiyah that you hear often during the Jumu'ah prayer. الآية الرابعة عشرة, the 14th ayah. طيب. فائدة, a benefit. I'm not going to talk about the meaning of kubun now, because I'm going, inshallah, to mention this first. قيل أن الفرق, it has been mentioned that the difference بينهما, يعني between them two, هما dual form, between the كأس and the كوب, أن الكأس تكون ممتلئة, is that the كأس is called a كأس when it's ممتلئة, when it's full. There's something in it, some liquid in it. والكوب يكون فارغا, and the كوب is when it's empty. So they actually mean the same. That's what some said. That's what some said. وصراحة, and honestly, لا أعرف الفرق بينهما. Honestly, I don't know the difference between them two, between the كأس and the كوب. يعني when to use كوب and when to use كأس. يعني أنا شخصيا, I personally لا أعرف الفرق بينهما. لكن هناك تداخلا بينهما. But there is تداخل between them. So sometimes people, they say كأس to a كوب. And sometimes people, they say كوب to a كأس. So there is merging between them two, meaning in them two, okay? It's cloudy. It's not very clear to many. So they just say كأس or كوب and they mean one thing, okay? So there is overlapping. That's what's called تداخلا. تداخل is overlapping. There is overlapping between the كأس and the كوب. وقد يستعمل بعض الناس, and some people might use كلمة كوب, they might use the word كوب for what? For a mug. That's what we have in the picture. So when they say mug, it's a lot used with coffee, they say كوب. وكأس, they will use كأس for what I've mentioned before, the glass and the cup. طيب. الكلمة التالية, the next word, إبريق. إبريق. كما ترون في الصورة, as you can see in the picture, it's a jug. Okay? إبريق. الجمع أباريق. من منكم يعرف الآية التي ذكرت فيها كلمة أباريق? Who of you knows the ayah where the أباريق is mentioned? وأباريق ممنوع من الصرف, كما في سورة الواقعة الآية 18, the 18th ayah of سورة الواقعة. إذن, what means a jug? يعني الآن ننتقل إلى اللغة الإنجليزية. We move now to the English language just to understand what a jug is. A jug is a type of container commonly used to hold liquids. It has an opening, sometimes narrow, from which to pour. It's called a pouring lip, and has a handle. It has a handle. Okay. Jugs throughout history have been made of metal and ceramic or glass, but plastic is now common. Jugs can also hold coffee or tea, and not only water, for example. Look, these are all jugs. These are all jugs. So it's a very, it's a wide range of jugs. Cold drinks مشروبات باردة وأيضا مشروبات حارة كما في هذه الصورة. And also hot drinks as in this picture here, like a tea jug. You have tea jugs, you have iced tea jugs, etc. So it holds cold drinks and hot drinks and cold drinks. Then we have to specify إبريق شاي. This is a tea jug. إبريق عصير, it's a juice jug. I'm not sure if something called juice jug, because it can also be used for water, etc. But definitely when you want something for tea, you have to specify. وورد في تعريف الإبريق, it has been mentioned in the definition of the word إبريق that it's a وعاء, a vessel. وعاء is a vessel or container, just like إبريق. It's a وعاء له أذن, it has an ear. وخرطوم, and a trunk. خرطوم الفيل, it's an elephant trunk. So look to the Arabic definition, is nicer than the English one. So now you straight away know what it is. You've never heard about it. Okay? So it's a وعاء له أذن, it has an ear, meaning where you hold it from. وخرطوم, and a trunk. ينصب منه السائل, the liquid, it gets poured from it, from the خرطوم, from the trunk. طيب بعد ذلك سفرة. ننتقل إلى الكلمة التي بعدها سفرة. ما معنى سفرة أيها الإخوة؟ سفرة is one of those words that I found a bit difficult. سفرة, we know مائدة is a table, طاولة is a table. But what is سفرة أيها الإخوة? What is a سفرة? Okay. سفرة له ثلاثة جموع. It has three plural forms, not only one. سفرات, سفرات, وسفر. والجمع الأخير هو الأفضل. The best جمع, I would better say not the best but the most famous. الجمع الأشهر هو سفر. Okay, سفر. طيب. Some said it's a dining table. البعض قال dining table كما في الصورة, as in the picture. But مائدة is also dining table. Okay, إذن مرادف للمائدة. It's synonymous to مائدة. Okay, what is then a normal table? I would say طاولة, what can also be a dining table as well. So here also we have overlappings. So مائدة is normally used for a table where you put food on. طاولة, it's very general. It can be a table like in the middle of the office where people maybe, it's not a desk is مكتب, but it's like a big round oval table where people just sit around, maybe to discuss things and not even eating anything. إذن وفي المعجم, in the dictionary, السفرة, it's always good to go back to the dictionary. الرجوع إلى المعجم مهم. Going back to the dictionary is important. Okay. السفرة is المائدة, is the table. وما عليها من طعام, and whatever is on it of food. So here in the معجم we see that the sufratun is the table with the food on it. Meaning when it's empty, you don't call it sufratun. This is according to the Arabic dictionary. لكن حسب علمي لا يلزم أن يكون عليها طعام. But according to my knowledge, my little knowledge, and Allah knows best, لا يلزم أن يكون عليها طعام. It's not compulsory to have food on it to be called a sufratun. فتقول مثلا, so you say for example, أعد خالد السفرة. Khalid prepared the sufra, meaning by putting food on it. ملأ خالد السفرة بالطعام. Khalid filled the sufra with food. So the sufra was empty. You can still call it sufra. والسفرة في السعودية. Now we're going back to a part of the Arabic world. Okay? One of the 19, 20 Arabic countries. Talk about Saudi Arabia and maybe some countries in the Khalij, in the Gulf. In Saudi Arabia, a sufratun, what is a sufra? This is a sufra. This is a sufra, my brothers in Islam. If you go to Saudi Arabia and you say to anybody sufratun, then this is a sufra. It's just a cloth, mainly from plastic. Okay, you can see there is no wood here, there's no table here. Okay, there's no table legs, it's straight on the ground. This is called a sufratun. Okay, Saudi Arabia, if you say sufratun, for those of you who have been to Saudi Arabia in Ramadan, in Masjid al-Haram and Masjid Nabawi and in the local Masjid, you see that people are putting the sufra in the Masjid al-Nabawi and they put the dates on it and the water. This is sufratun. This might be one of the two holy mosques. Wallahu alam. Okay, this is sufratun. Okay, this is not only Saudi Arabia, it said, I think as well in Khalij, it's called sufratun. Okay, here we have a cloth. This is sufratun. This is maybe somebody's house. Sufratun. Allahumma barik. Sufratun mumtali'atun. It's a full sufra. Allahumma barik. Amazing. Allahumma barik. بالقدر سفرة فيها قدر, it's a pot in it, وأرز, also rice, وأيضا ممكن عقبة, we find عقبة a dessert, something you eat after the main food, it's called عقبة إلى آخره, صلصة, a sauce, ملاعق وشوكات, spoons and forks. Allahumma barik. Wa fatairu, pastry. This is the uqbatun. This is the uqbatun. It's like a, you don't call it yogurt, but it's something sweet, cold. نعم. إذن سفرة ما هي السفرة؟ السفرة هي, should be هي instead of هو, كل ما يوضع على الأرض, anything you put on the ground, ويوضع عليه الطعام, where you put food on, okay? And you put food on. So anything you put on the ground, and this is maybe the best, the correct meaning. This is the correct meaning. This is the correct meaning. Sufratun is a cloth where you put food on, okay? يوضع عليها الطعام. It should be عليها because masculine. So this is called sufratun, my brothers in Islam. This is a sufratun. You can maybe call it as well غطاء المائدة. غطاء is a cloth. Yes, you can call it غطاء المائدة, but I would say just keep it sufratun. A cloth. غطاء المائدة is really a cloth you put on the Western types of tables, the high tables. If you put a cloth on it, okay, above the wooden table, this is called غطاء المائدة. But the one we saw, the traditional one, the ground one, it's called sufratun. Okay, غطاء is a cloth. والجمع أغطية. Okay, we also have غطاء السرير, what's a bed cover or bed sheet, but that's another topic. وهذا المعنى هو الصحيح, and this meaning is the correct one. Okay, this is the correct meaning. That the sufra is the cloth you use on the ground to eat on. It's great to eat on the ground. It's a special feeling. ففي صحيح البخاري. So in صحيح البخاري رقم الحديث 5386 أن أنس رضي الله عنه, that Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, said, قال أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم ما أكل على خوان, he hasn't eaten on a خوان, he hasn't eaten on a خوان. Is this هل هذا خطأ في الكتابة? Is this a mistake in the writing? No, because you can say it in two ways. You can say خوان and خوان. You can go both ways. Okay, خوان جمعه أخاوين. Okay, أخاوين. So Anas radiallahu anhu, in this super authentic hadith, he said, ما أكل أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما أكل على خوان أو خوان قط. قط means never. He never ate on a خوان. What is a خوان, my brothers in Islam? Or a khiwan? وهو ما يسمى اليوم الطاولة. And that is what has been called or named today a table. طاولة. Subhanallah. Many of us, I didn't know this hadith as well before. Anas said that the Prophet ﷺ never ate on a tawila, a table, like the tables we have today, the one with the four legs, high on from the ground. وهي مرتفعة, it's high. عن الأرض, it's high from the ground. He never ate on that, صلى الله عليه وسلم. قيل لقتادة. Okay, it has been said to Qatada. And many of you, especially who know the chain of narrations and the ahadith, they know that Qatada is from the kibar ulama tabi'in, min kibari, from the senior of the scholars of the tabi'in. So they're the students of the companions. ولد سنة